Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get started on today's makeup tutorial, I just want to take a little second to say a massive thank you for 100,000 subscribers. That number is actually insane to me, like insane. And guys, as I was getting ready to film this video today, I got a parcel and my silver YouTube play button arrived. And I really didn't expect it, but I had such an emotional reaction to this. Like, I actually cried for like half an hour after I opened this. And I really didn't expect that because like, I am a very emotional person, but when it comes to like my own like milestones and stuff like that, I feel like I don't really take a minute to like celebrate them. So having something like physical like this delivered to me, I don't know, it just felt really special. And I feel like when I was younger, I used to watch all my favourite YouTubers get these. So the fact that now I have one of these is just like really full circle, and just like this just made it feel like really real to me. I don't know, but yeah, this is like the most special thing ever. So thank you so much, guys. She's now gonna live up here on the shelf. Okay, now we can get into the makeup. So I did a poll and I asked you guys if you would rather summer makeup or Scandinavian girl makeup. And the majority of you said summer makeup. And I'm just back from my holidays, so I thought that I'd show you the makeup that I wore basically every day while I was away. As much as I love full glam, I honestly think that summer makeup is just my favourite. Like, I felt so cute in this makeup look on my holidays. It's more like skin focused, it's nice and light coverage with a little pop of colour. It's like the perfect freckly girl holiday makeup, and it's also nice and long lasting in the heat too. So let's just get into it. Unfortunately, I've already started to lose my tan and my freckles, which is so sad. So we're going to start with like a nice glowy bronzy product. Any type of like bronzing drop or anything will do. Today I'm going to go in with a sunglow gel, and I'm just taking like one pump of this. I'm working it into this brush from Sephora Collection. This is number 64. And then I'm just going to buff this into the skin and down my neck. Okay, I'm actually going to need a second pump. And this is just going to give us that beautiful tan glowy base to work on top of. I think I love summer makeup so much because it's more of like accentuating your natural features. Like in summer, I feel like we all collectively just feel a bit better about ourselves. You've got a little glow about you, a little tan, some freckles. So all you need to do is just kind of add the pretty finishing touches on top. Next, I'm going to go in with some tinted moisturiser. You can definitely skip this step if the bronzing drops are enough for you. But this tinted moisturiser is like my favourite complexion product ever. It's the Laura Mercier oil-free tinted moisturiser. I've been using this for years. I've put my friends and family onto this. Like, it is honestly so good. And I feel like I never really see anyone else using it, but oh my god, it's amazing. I've just picked some up on my sponge and then I'm just going to tap it into the skin. And I'm using the shade 3W1 Bisque. I've just applied it to this side of my face here, and I've not applied that much, so it is a minor difference. But I don't know if you can see, I feel like it just gives me like a beautiful veil over my skin. I can still see all my freckles and everything, but my skin tone is just like more even and the finish is so nice. I honestly just love this. And you can definitely build it up as well. Like, I've worn this on nights out. If you just apply more, it's definitely buildable. And it has SPF in it too, so perfect for holidays. It is only SPF 20 though, so if you're wearing it on holiday during the day, then you'll want to put some SPF on with your skin prep too, just to be safe. Giving you a little close up so you can see just how like undetectable it is on the skin. It just makes it look so nice and plump and hydrated. Okay, next I'm going in with a tiny bit of concealer, just right in the inner corner under my eyes. And everywhere that I usually put it, but I'm just going in with less than normal. Just like this. This is the Milk Future Fluid Concealer, by the way, and I use the shade 5W. This concealer works so well with the tinted moisturiser because they've both got a really like similar hydrating formula. So I feel like they just blend together perfectly. I feel like I see lots of people say that they try and do like natural light coverage makeup, but somehow it always still ends up looking like full glam. And I think it's because they're still using the same full coverage concealer. Like, even if you're wearing a skin tint, the moment that you put that full coverage concealer on, it's just not going to mesh together. Now I'm going in with some cream bronzer. You know, this one from Patrick Ta is my favourite. It's the She's Bronzed Bronzing Duo. It was already looking bad and then I smashed the powder, so this is what we're looking like just now. Picking that up on my Morphe R46 brush. We're just going to go in with loads of bronzer today. I can barely see myself in this mirror because it's broken. I break every single one of these Huda Beauty mirrors and it's so annoying. I literally always drop them. Going in with this everywhere that the sun would hit. Along the jawline. Guys, if any of you have tried the Makeup by Mario cream bronzer sticks, please let me know your thoughts on them. Because I seen someone use them in their video the other day and they looked so creamy and blendable. So I think I've been influenced to buy them. So if you've used them, please let me know what you think. I don't really think I'm going to go in with any eyeshadow today. So I'll just bring that bronzer all the way across the lids so that they blend in with the face. Then I'm taking some more on my Patrick Tap for Contour 3 brush. We're going to contour the nose, down the sides of the bridge, and then right here underneath the tip as well. I'm blending it right up into the brow. Just giving it a tiny little bounce over with a clean part of my beauty blender, just so that it's all nice and blended. Okay, now onto my favourite part of this look, which is the blush. These are the blushes that I used every day on holiday. It's the little jelly tints from Milk Makeup. These were so viral last summer, but I'm still using them now. This one's in the shade Chill, and I also love this one in the shade Spritz. This one's pink and this one's like an orangey peach. So I was just going between the two of these. But today we're going with the pink one. You do have to use these in a specific way because if you go straight in with these on your cheek, there's basically like a 0.5 second blend time. So it's likely that you're just going to end up with like a streak of blush on your cheek and you won't be able to blend it. So the best way to apply these is to take them on a brush first. Preferably a blush that's a little bit fluffy, and just load it up on the brush and then go in and blend it onto your cheek. And this way you get a nice even application. I don't think there's anything nicer than like tanned natural skin with a really bright blush. Like it's so summery and it just makes natural makeup that wee bit more fun. And obviously these are perfect for holiday and in the heat because they're a stain, so they're going to last way longer than your normal cream blush. I'm going to go back in with just a tiny little dot of concealer under each eye. Just a little tiny one. I always do this just to brighten back up my under eye and just clean up the blush if I've brought it too far in. Now we can go in and spot conceal. Taking my NARS Pot Concealer on this Zoeva 142 brush. And I'm just going to lightly tap over any blemishes. I hate when I get a spot where my blush goes, because there's not much you can really do to cover it. For this type of makeup, I like to keep powder to a minimum because I feel like right now this looks so nice and skin-like, but as soon as you go in with powder, it starts to look like makeup. So we're only going to go in with a little bit of powder today. I do have normal to dry skin, so I feel like I can get away with wearing less powder. But if you are on the oily side, obviously you can still go in and powder as usual and just use like a nice dewy setting spray on top. I'm going to go in with my same powder as usual. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Press Powder. But this time I'm going to take it on a little fluffy brush. This is a Crown C529. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit, tap it off, tap out any creases with your sponge. And then I'm focusing the powder directly over where my eyes usually crease. And then any other places that you really don't want any shine, like this bit around here, I feel like when this is shiny it just makes you look sweaty. So going in and powdering around my nose and also on my smile line here. A little bit on the chin and then just dusting a bit over the centre of my forehead too. You still want some shine to peek through, so we're not like completely mattifying it. You can see the difference here if I do a little side by side. And then I'm going to take MAC's Gimme Sun bronzer on a big fluffy brush. This is the Sephora Collection 50 brush. And I'm just lightly applying this everywhere that we put the cream bronzer, just to bronze up the face even more. And to finish off the skin, I'm going to go in and enhance my freckles, because like I said, they're fading away already. Unfortunately, I lost the one that I was using, so I've got to use a different shade today, which is slightly cooler. That's not ideal, but it still works just as well. I'm first going in and going over all of like my main freckles and like beauty marks and adding those in. Leaving it for a little second and then tapping off the excess. This is a great opportunity to turn any spots into a beauty mark. That is what I always do. Freckly skin can hide blemishes way easier. And just really lightly going over any freckles that I can see peeking through. And then I'm going to go in with my little freckle hack. Draw 3 dots on my finger and just tap them onto the bridge of my nose and the top of my cheeks. I don't really love this shade in the freckle tint, but it's gonna have to do. Moving on to the brows. I'm taking my NYX Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara and I'm just using this to brush all of my brow hairs into place. This also adds a really nice bit of colour and thickness to them. I like to brush the brows at the very front upwards, and then the middle of my brow up at like an angle, and the tail like out to the side like this. And now I'm going to fill them in with my NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Chocolate. I like to start by defining the bottom of my brow here and just creating that bottom line. And then I go in and fill in any gaps and sparse areas. Defining the tail over here because I barely have any hairs at the end of my eyebrows. And at the very end, I'll just fill in the front a little bit if I feel like it needs it. Just give the whole brow a little bit of a comb through just to soften it all out. And like I said, we're not going in with any eyeshadow. I want to keep it nice and fresh. So I'm just going to go in and curl my eyelashes. This is the Tweezerman Lash Curler and it is amazing. Give them a real good curl. You want this to be basically squeezing the base of your lashes. I would actually recommend setting your lids with a little bit of powder if you tend to get oily lids, which I feel like most people do, because you don't want your mascara to transfer up onto your eyelids. I'll just take what's left on this brush and give them a little dust over. I usually curl this eye, then this one, and then go back to this one and do them both twice. And then we're going in with one of the best mascaras on the earth, the Refy Lash Sculpt. This will give you the longest lashes that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. It lengthens them so much and just separates them all perfectly. Like that is the perfect fanned out set of lashes. It looks like a fake lash. And for my lips, I'm going to go in with the new Huda Beauty lip contour stains. These are absolutely amazing. They genuinely do not come off. The only issue with them is that you need to store them upside down in order for all of like the pigment to stay in the tip. But I'm just kind of shaking mine so it all runs down to the bottom. And I'm going to go in with the shade Soft Nude and line my lips with this. You want to do it in 4/4 like this and blend out each section. And then I'm going to finish with a gloss that matches our blush. This is the Makeup by Mario Super Shine Lip Gloss in the shade Dragonfruit. In the tube it looks bright pink, but when it's on it's really nice and sheer. And these glosses are super, super shiny. So cute! I might actually add just a tiny, tiny little bit more blush, just for good measure. Okay, and for the very final step to make this last all day, you want to go in with a really good setting spray, one that's specifically made to make your makeup last longer. I love this one from Fenty Beauty. This is the You Mist Makeup Extending Setting Spray. The only thing about it is sometimes the mister gets a little bit clogged and you just need to give it a good clean, and then it should... Okay, maybe not. That just sprayed me in the eye somehow. Oh my god! It's spraying sideways. Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. So I'm just gonna give my face a good spray with this. Try not to get it on my lashes. Wait, I'm actually gonna add a little bit of Patrick Ta Body Glow, just to really bring it all together. I love the smell of this, oh my god. Okay guys, this is our final look. I feel like a little summer beach princess with this makeup on. It's so cute and like fresh faced, and I promise it actually doesn't take that long. Usually I can do this in like 10-15 minutes, but today, because I was talking through it, it's literally taken me like 2 hours. Feels so cute in this makeup. So yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.